A1 family, what's good? A1 Forever Sports back at you again. Hawks lose game 4 to the Celtics. We unpack all that right now.
A1, A1, A1. Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Damn. Cooler and I'm flyer too.
A1 family, and those who maybe are not subscribed yet, welcome back to the show that's cool and fly to A1 Forever Sports. I am Chris Tip Moore. Very happy to be back, even on this podcast version of A1 Forever Sports. Been dealing with some personal issues. For those who don't know, I lost my father back on the 29th of March. So just been getting the mental right, but still been trying to work at the same time. But I know you guys didn't tune in to hear about my personal business, whether you care or not. Let's get into exactly what transpired on this evening. We had game 4 between the Hawks and the Celtics. Unfortunately, the Hawks would lose this game to the Boston Celtics 129 to 121, almost in similar fashion to how the Hawks beat the Celtics in game 3, 130 to 122. Now, that was the Hawks' first win against Boston this season, game 3 was. And now the Celtics have now won in Atlanta for the first time in the playoffs over the last 25 years. Atlanta trails 3-1, heading back to Boston. It's definitely going to be a tough environment. We know that the Boston fans will be rowdy and definitely making it a tough environment for our Atlanta Hawks. With that being said, it doesn't mean that we will not be able to make any noise in Boston. At least that's what we're all hoping. But let's get back to this game. Game 4, the Atlanta Hawks as a team shot 43% from the field and 37% from 3. Boston had 6 players in double figures, including 31 from Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Something that just, it may happen, but it's the others that you really can't allow to have those kind of big nights. The Boston's bench, which I'm going to get to in a minute, wasn't even a big impact. It was the starters pretty much, with guys like Marcus Smart having 19, Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench with 14, Robert Williams 13. You have those piling up on you, and you're not getting the same production from your pretty much from the Atlanta squad at all. Well, I'm not going to say that no production from them at all, but minimum production, definitely not the same production that you got out of them from game 3. I'll get to that in one moment. The Atlanta Hawks, they were led by Ice Trae Young, 35 points, 15 assists, 11 for 26 from the field. I'm going to say that again, 35 points, 15 assists, 11 for 26 from the field, 9 of 11 from the foul line, 21 points from Trae in the fourth quarter. But Atlanta couldn't get the scrappy plays, those loose balls, defensive rebounds to end possessions, just little things that help you win the game. The Hawks lost the battle on the boards, the points in the paint, and fast break points. They won all 3 categories in game 3. Now back to Boston's bench, because I said I was going to circle back around. So Boston had 17 points off the bench, correct? All right, 14 of those I've already illustrated when I was talking about Malcolm Brogdon. He had 14. The other 3 came from Mr. Hauser. Okay, so that's 17 points off your bench. But as far as the Atlanta Hawks go, bench mob, we needed you tonight. 8 for 20, including from Bogi and Bey. Bogi and Bey combined for 5 for 15 from the field, including Bogi hitting 2 threes and Sadiq missing all 3 of his attempts. Now, outside of Boston just being a great team. I mean, they're the number 2 seed for a reason, and they really could have been number 1 if a few miscues didn't happen. Boston's a great team. You're battling against a great team. When you're going against a team like Boston, there's no room for error. Atlanta has to play, dare I say, damn near perfect in order to beat Boston. Now, we know that no team is perfect, but you got to have production. You got to have production. It's personnel. You got rid of the coach. You got a new coach who I do feel like, overall may turn out to be a better coach than our previous coach, Nate McMillan. You have Quinn Snyder. All right. But it's still personnel. You have to have the right personnel around a guy who's giving you 35 points and 15 assists. Now, I'm not jumping on DeJounte Murray. I'm not even going to jump on Bogi. I'm not going to even jump on DeAndre Hunter, who had an excellent night tonight. He was called upon. I want to give a quick shout out to him. 27 points tonight. Definitely effective. Definitely was Trae's running buddy tonight. And I really appreciate the production from DeAndre Hunter on tonight's game. I know he's been running around with Tatum, Brown, just about everybody. Dre's been everywhere. Whether you've been paying attention to it or not, Dre's been having to guard just about everybody. But let's go ahead and discuss the elephant in the room, because I'm not going to hold you guys long. I'm not going to hold you long, family. But I got to discuss the elephant in the room. John Collins' production. This series has been minimum. I'm talking about bare minimum. Twice now in this series, he's only scored 5 points only 5 points, y'all. And in the last 2 games, he's 3 from 11 from 3. 3 from 11. Now, as far as John Collins, I like John Collins. I have no problem with John Collins, the man. Nothing at all. But sometimes the basketball player, John Collins, just doesn't do enough. For that contract. The contract is not bad, but it looks bad when that production, especially in the playoffs, is obsolete. My honest opinion, I don't like John Collins shooting threes. I've never liked John Collins shooting threes. I would put myself out there, Chris Tip Moore, A1 Forever Sports. I've never liked John Collins being a three-point shooter. He's open for a reason. The defense rotates to everybody. Trae, DJ, Bey, Bogi. The list goes on and on. But once you start getting to those bigs, they even leave Jalen Johnson open a little bit. They don't rush over to him because they don't trust in his three-point shooting yet. The same thing for John Collins. John Collins has to smack a few. He has to smack a few before he can even get the respect from other defenders saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna go run out to him because he's hit a few. Everyone else will get the run out. They're gonna run out to Trae. They're gonna run out to DJ. They're gonna run out to Bogi for sure. They're not running out to John Collins unless he's hitting something because they don't believe in it. They don't trust it. And that's not what John Collins should be doing, being a three-point shooter. Just my personal opinion. Let me know, family. I love when y'all talk to me. Let me know in the comments if I'm tripping or not about that. But I don't like John Collins shooting threes, and his production in this series has been bare minimum. As far as Game 5 goes, I'm going to relook at the game and just see exactly everything that the Hawks did incorrectly and see what they can do to capitalize on trying to get a road win and get a Game 6 back down here in the ATL. You got to come home anyway. Just like Trae said, you might as well come home and win a game. Or at least play a game. But I prefer winning. But that's all I got for you guys right now. This is like a little quick rapid report. And also me just getting back into the swing of things, man. A1 Forever Sports. Be generational because it's always time to be. Why settle for less when you can have more with the vision? The show that's cool and fly too. A1 Forever Sports. Chris Tip Moore back on screen this week. Game 5 Tuesday. Hawks Celtics. Win or go home. Until next time, y'all. Peace and blessings to you. And I'll holler.